Hello, and thank you for being here. I wanted to kind of flesh through nothing to fix. Like, what does that even mean? And I think for some of you, it might be pretty obvious, but for others, it might not. And nothing to fix for me has been about the journey of seeing that there is nothing wrong with me, that I'm not broken, that I don't have to continue to do programs or therapy or just the next best thing, the next best sales training or the next best 10x or I don't know, something. I feel like I've been on that track as a seeker for honestly my entire life. And it came to me a few years ago when I started doing my coaching and consulting certification after spending 20 years in business and helping people get access to capital. I stumbled across the three principles that, if you're not aware of it, I highly recommend checking out the three principles. This was basically a foundation that, not a foundation, but the three principles were created from an enlightenment experience that Sydney Banks had. Sydney Banks is he was a Scottish welder. He's passed away, but he had an eighth grade education, wasn't a seeker, wasn't trying to figure out the truth. He was literally a welder living in Canada, and all of a sudden had this enlightenment experience. And yeah, just look him up. Sydney Banks, incredible story. And he just never, his teachings only went as far as they did, but it's his teachings really encompass the truth of so many things. And as I've dug deeper down my own rabbit hole, I see how powerful this teaching is. And I like to summarize it from the perspective of the inside out understanding, which is that our experience is being created from the inside, not the outside. And so when I stumbled across this, I was in my coaching certification program, and Michael Neill had popped in and was giving his presentation, and when it just resonated with me, like just the way he was talking, the feeling I had when he was talking, which was the big thing, the big takeaway. And there was something about it that I just absolutely knew was true. And then I went crazy just getting as much information about this as I possibly could, and was having dreams about it, and it just was like I knew somewhere along the lines that this was so incredibly true and so incredibly valuable that there was nothing wrong with me. But it was funny because the way I went about it was exactly the way I went about everything else. Like, I got to dig in because there's something to fix, there's something to fix. And then as I got in deeper and deeper and deeper, I just realized, like, there is absolutely nothing to fix. Who I am and who you are at our essence, at our true nature is perfection. And we have these amazing, beautiful bodies and personas and characteristics and stories and conditions that have been placed on us that we've accepted over the course of time and throughout our lives that have us believing that we are not who we truly are. And it truly impacts how we are in the world. And so for me, when I dug in deeper, when it started to really sink in, when I started to see, and that's the biggest thing, because I took it on through knowledge, and knowledge can only go so far. I felt it, which was the thing that had me hooked, because I knew there was something there that made complete sense. My every single cell in my body, or every knowing inside me, knew there was something about this. But then it took me actually seeing through my own deep experience, my own living, that this was actually, in fact, 100% true. And so that is really why I created this YouTube channel, Nothing to Fix, to empower people to start to see this for themselves. Because I can guarantee you've already seen it on some level. You just may not be aware, because it might sound woo woo, or it might sound like really far out there, but it is that deep connection to you, your intuition, your expanded self, your divinity. You can call it God, you can call it the God within, you could call it your own Jesus Christ, like whatever, your Buddha nature. It's all the same. So I created this channel. I've also created a Skool community. If you're not familiar with the Skool platform, it is absolutely incredible. I've been kind of getting away from a lot of social media and swiping and scrolling, and it kind of overstimulates my brain. And I really like the platform YouTube and Skool, because it allows me to slow down and connect to people differently. So if you're curious about this and you want to know more, my Skool community is in the links, and it is $9 a month or $50 for the year. So if you pay for the year, it's obviously a pretty significant discount. And I have a variety of my own digital programs in there. And then also an ebook, which is fantastic. I get incredible feedback from it from so many people, as well as we are meeting one time a week. So it'll be every other Saturday and every other Monday. So we're meeting 4 times in the month. This is a group call on Zoom, so you can connect with live humans and just explore what this looks like to live from the inside out understanding, to live from your intuition, to live from that deeper knowing, and to start to strip away the persona. Not that you ever want to get rid of who you are, like on the surface, right? Because you can appreciate you, and I can appreciate you, and that's all great. It's just digging deeper into your true essence of who you truly are, outside of the masks, outside of the labels of mom, CEO, hard worker, daughter, all of these things that we have as humans. So I would love to invite you, and personally inviting you to join the community. Check us out. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can check us out for free and see if it's for you. Come to one of the Zoom meetings, and I am so excited to see you in there. And if you need anything or have any questions, just drop them in the comments. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Love you.